Hey guys, what's going on? This is Savara Beauty. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have never seen my channel before, I just love to do reviews on new products, makeup products specifically, skincare stuff, hair stuff, nail stuff, all things that has to do with beauty. And then I also like to do food and travel as well, but obviously we can't really travel right now because of the COVID-19 thing. But right now we're having just a lot of snow going on and crazy weather, so it's a perfect time to review some more stuff. So let's get started. Today I wanted to go over some drugstore brands, but specifically e.l.f. Cosmetics. I know what you guys are thinking. e.l.f. has been out since forever, for years already, and you've never tried it. Well, you know what? There's a first time for everything. So I might as well try it for you guys today. I know that people have done reviews on this before, but there's nothing wrong with the 20th or the 30th review, because just to make sure that you guys have another opinion to see if it's even worth the buy for you. So I already prepped my face and everything, so first I'm going to go ahead and start out with the brow pencil that they have. So this is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in a deep brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that right out of the package here. You know what, it's not bad so far. It's going on pretty smoothly. I'm just trying to do just a stencil of the shape that I want. No, it's not bad so far. So far, so good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just fill it in. And I'm just gonna use the spoolie that they have in the back here to just brush it out so that way I get a more even color. Not so bad so far. It's a little bit on the waxy side. I usually use the Anastasia Brow Definer, and it's a little bit more matte looking, so this is a little bit more shiny, but it's still a pretty nice color. So I'm noticing as I'm putting it on, it's not really sticking as well as I would have liked, so I don't know if I really recommend this one all that well if you want the staying power. As you can see, I'm putting it on over and over again because it's not really staying. But I'm gonna go ahead and at the end, I'm gonna go ahead and put powder over it and see if I can reapply it again to see if it'll stay a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up the brows now. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this Garnier Skin Active Cleansing Water. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and try out the 16-hour Camo Concealer that they have. I'm gonna go ahead and put this just around the eyes. I'm allergic to a lot of eyeshadow primers, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do the eyes first. I'm just gonna go ahead and gently just dot that around the eyes. I don't know if I like this formula all that much. It's not blending in all that well. It's actually pretty sticky. Maybe I'll just use my fingers just to warm it up a little bit so that way it's not so sticky and just pat it on. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use the Bite Size eyeshadow cream and sugar and see what that looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Since there's not really a transition shade I can use, it's just more bronzy and shimmery type of shades. I'm gonna go ahead and just do what I can to make it work, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this one in the middle here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just put that as a trend. Put that to the bottom half of my lid, just the bottom, not all over the lid. I kind of use that one as a transition shade since I don't really have many choices on this one to use. And I'm doing this with my finger because I want it to kind of melt into my skin a little bit more, since the concealer wasn't really melting and blending all that well. So this is a nice color actually. It reminds me of the NYX in the champagne color. I'm gonna go ahead and use the dark brown that they have right here to do a little bit on the corners of my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a V shape here. You know what, this one's actually not bad. It's definitely a nice shade to do on the outer corners of your eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and just kind of brush over it. Just kind of blend it in a little bit at the top so that way it doesn't look so hard. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take the shade that's in the middle here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that in the middle of my lids just to give it a little bit of a pop. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that same color and just put it in the corner of my eyes as well, so I'm going to look a little bit more awake. I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, which is the lightest shade that they have, and I'm going to go ahead and put that just in my brow bone. And then I'm going to go ahead and take just a little tiny fluffy brush and just put the dark brown shade and line the bottom of my lash line. So then I'm just going to take my fingers and just kind of blend in the corner of my eyes while blending in the brown eyeshadow that I just put underneath there as well, so that way it doesn't look so hard and a little bit more blended. Okay, so the color is looking pretty nice. I just wish that there was a transition shade in this that people can actually use and not so shimmery, but since they only had 4 shades on there, I guess they're just gonna pick some shimmery shades. So you know what, it's not bad. It's not bad for the price point that it is. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take their concealer, which is the oil-free and the medium coverage e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation here. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up because I don't know how long this was sitting on the shelf for before they shipped it out. I want to get a nice and even color. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, take this kit, which is the e.l.f. Feel Your e.l.f. kit. It has here the Poreless Putty Primer, the Monochromatic multi-stick, and the Total Face Sponge. I need the face sponge right now to put on the foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up and see what it's all about. So, let's see if this is all mixed up yet. Looks like it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel that off first. So everything is sealed, which is nice. So now you know no one has used it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand here just to see how it is. So this is a pretty nice color here. It's sticking on pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use their sponge to put it on. This is a nice color. It's going on pretty nicely and smoothly. So far so good. This isn't bad actually. It makes my face not look so matte, like more of a nice luminous finish. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more because I like more of a fuller, well, medium to full coverage, not super full coverage. This is also definitely a nice color too. I like how it gives me just a hint of a tan. What do you guys think? It's not that bad, right? It's pretty good for a drugstore product. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use that 16-hour Camo Finish Matte Finish concealer again and see how that looks with the foundation. You know what, after you mixed it with a little bit of foundation with it, it's actually not that bad. It's looking pretty nice. It's a nice matte finish. It's covering pretty well. It's covering a lot of the redness around my nose, so I will definitely like that. What do you guys think? That's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm just gonna put a little bit more underneath the dark circles, just for a little extra coverage there. It's not bad looking, I'm impressed. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use their Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in the light color. This one isn't bad. It goes on pretty matte here. Doesn't really have any shine. So if you have oily skin, this actually would be pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the e.l.f. Expert liquid liner here in Jet Black. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good shake just to make sure. So it looks like it comes, so this is what it looks like here. It looks like here it's got a little bit of a brush, but it's not that skinny, so now I'm a little bit nervous. Let's see. Not that bad. But if you have trouble drawing on a wing, I don't think this is the one for you because this brush is not that skinny. So it's going on pretty matte, which I like. I just don't really like the brush all that much. Well, what do you guys think? It's pretty nice. It's definitely not bad for the price point that it is, for sure. Alright, so now I want to do the, let's see, the e.l.f. Lash It Out volumizing mascara. Let's see how this one goes. This is not a bad looking brush. It's just got a whole bunch of little tiny spikes on here. Let's just see how it does though. Oh, it's not bad so far. I'm catching my bottom lashes, if you guys can see. Let's see what it does on the other side. I feel like it's okay. It's grabbing the lashes, but it's just not as lengthening and volumizing as I would have liked. Yeah, it doesn't look all that bad. It's definitely not bad for the price point that it is, for sure. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face with the Bite Size Peach Duo. Not Peach Duo, sorry. The Bite Size Face Duo in the lychee color. Lychee? Tomato. And then it has here a blush, and then it has here a highlighter as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my cheeks and then highlight my cheeks as well. This isn't a bad color. This is a pretty nice color. It's going on pretty nicely as well. Let's try the other cheek. This isn't bad. I put on just a little bit too much for my taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and just kind of go over it a little bit. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the highlighting one and go ahead and put that just around all the areas that people usually highlight. It's not bad, but it's not as pigmented as I would have liked. But for the price point, I would say it's definitely not bad. I would definitely give this a try if you were just going for something a little bit on the lower price point. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the same Instant Lift brow pencil and try to go over those areas that I just couldn't get on right because the formula is just so waxy. Let's try it again. So it's going on just a little bit better since my skin wasn't so fresh with product. Since I put a little bit of finishing powder on it, it's going on a little bit better, but it's still pretty waxy. So if you have oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this one. I probably would recommend something a little bit more dry, like the Anastasia Brow Definer. It's gonna go on a little bit better. but if you have like drier skin, this will probably be a little bit of a better product for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with the lips. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a chapstick on because it's winter and my lips are getting super chapped. And nobody likes dry lips. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick here. You can use it on your eyes, face, and cheeks, and lips as well. Let's see what it looks like on the lips. This isn't bad. It's a nice color. It's really moisturizing. Alright guys, so here's the final look. There's a couple of hit and misses. I'm not sure if I like the concealer as much when it's put on alone, but when it's put on with the satin finish foundation, it goes on a little bit better, a lot smoother. I'm not sure if I really like this lip product as much. It kind of just gives you a hint of color, but I like a lot more color than that. But if you like a more natural look, this could work out for you. The mascara is okay. I would definitely would recommend it if you're looking for something a little bit on the lower price point. The finishing powder is definitely not bad. My face looks nice and matte. But it gives it a little bit of a glow as well when you add all the rest of the products together. I definitely like this blush. I think I got it for $3. It's actually pretty good. The color goes on nicely, it's nice and smooth. The highlighter is okay, but it does show a little bit of a shimmer. It just kind of just stays on your skin. It doesn't really melt in like the Ofra, but for $3, I guess I don't really mind. For the eyeshadow, I do like this formula. It goes on pretty well. I was really surprised that for e.l.f. The dark color, it was going on pretty well, and it wasn't skipping. If that makes any sense. When I was putting it on, it was going on pretty smoothly. So I definitely like that. So there were definitely a lot more. So the only thing I didn't really like was probably the eyebrow pencil. I have a combination skin, and I feel like the Anastasia brow definer was a little bit better for me. But if you have drier skin, like this one is definitely a good one around this price point, and it's definitely a nice color as well. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because I always review products all the time. If you guys have any questions or comments, please remember to leave it below. Remember to smash that like button, and yeah, have a good day. Stay warm and safe in this COVID.